خب فکر میکنم تقریبا 4 دقیقه به 5 که من منتظر یک اینترویو هستم با شرکت فردی فلاور. در حال حاضر اومدیم فعلا خرید، ولی خب نمیشه که تو خونهمون منتظر اینجور اینترویو ها شد. به خاطر همین هم هستش که من گفتم شاید بیام بیرون، یا از تو ماشین یا از جاهای دیگه من از خودم فیلم بگیرم، ولی شما صدای این اینترویو ها رو بشنوید. برای برخی از دوستانی که میگن شرکت راضی نیست ازشون فیلم بگیری یا فلان اینا، توش کشورهای اروپایی و آمریکایی، توی انگلستان وقتی میخوای یک چیزی رو ریکورد بکنی بهتره بهش بگی که مثلا من دارم ریکوردت میکنم، ولی اگه قبول نکنه میتونی قطع بکنی مثلا، ولی خب نگی هم هیچ لزومتی نداره یا هیچ لازم نیستش. هر کسی حق ضبط کردن هر چیزی که دلش بخواد رو داره، مگر اینکه اون چیزی که داره ضبط میکنه پرایوسی باشه، مثلا یک چیز لخت باشه یا پرایوسی یک نفر باشه. ولی چیزهای آفیشال مثل چیزهای پابلیک و مثل اینترویو و مثلا فیلم و عکس گرفتن از خیابون آزاده. هر کسی دلش میخواد هر کاری بخواد میتونه بکنه و میتونه ضبط بکنه. دوست دارم که توی پادکستام نویسنده هایی که پارسکلیک رو اینترویو کنم. شهریار و علی رو اینترویو کردم. امین و بقیه دوستانم اگه دلشون میخواد اینترویو بشن به من پیام بدن، هر پلتفرمی که دلشون میخواد. حالا اسکایپ میتونیم، گوگل هنگاوت فکر کنم بهتره نشه، با زوم من با زوم میتونم چیکار بکنم، ازتون مصاحبه کنم. و راه ضبط کردن مصاحبه تا نسبتاً به قول معروف یاد گرفتیم. یک نرم افزاری هست به اسم بلک هول که صدای اینترنال کامپیوتر رو ضبط میکنه و همینطور صدای میکروفون رو، چون مک و کامپیوتر اجازه نمیدن که صدای اینترنال رو ضبط بکنید، به خاطر اینکه شما میتونید خیلی راحت از تو نتفلیکس فیلم نگاه بکنید و از همونجا ضبط کنید صداشو و خب فیلم درست بکنید بفروشید. میدونی چی میگم؟ ما خب این کارا اجازه نمیدن، ما این کارا رو انجام نمیدیم چون کپی رایته و کار درستی نیست. نکته بعدی این که کسای دیگه هم از پلتفرم مختلف اگه دلشون میخواد مصاحبه کنن با من، امیر از پارسکلیک، میتونیم چیکار بکنیم؟ هماهنگ کنیم که مصاحبه کنیم و سوالاتشون جواب بدم. دوست دارید در رابطه با چی بدونید که من چه سوالایی بکنم از دوستان مختلف؟ چون من فعلا مصاحبه که انجام دادم برای پارسکلیک سوالی مطرح نکردم برای به قول معروف نویسنده ها، همینجوری گپ خودمونی زدیم، ولی از دفعه دیگه سعی میکنم سوال طرح بکنم و این سوالا رو زمان بدم به نویسنده ها که بتونن جواب بدن، چون هر پادکستی به قول معروف بیشتر از نیم ساعت خوب نیستش که باشه، چون همه تمرکزشون رو دست میدن. 1 دقیقه به 5 منتظریم که زنگ بزنه. 3-4 تا پلیس هم داره از عقب میاد. خب hello.
Hey, is this Hassan?
Hi, yes, I can help you.
Hey, this is Freddie from Freddy's. How are you doing today?
I'm very good, thank you. I was expecting your call.
Awesome. Is now still a good time, yeah?
Yes, of course.
Good. Thank you for taking the time out for this interview. How's your job search going at the moment? How are things with you?
At the moment, it's pretty flat. Market is pretty flat, so that's why it's going really slow at the moment. But
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, but is having like a few first stage interviews.
Okay, well you have an amazing CV, which is why I wanted to talk to you today. So
thank you very much.
Hopefully fill you with some confidence.
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. What I'll do is I'm just going to give you like a really small rundown of Freddy's, but of course at any point in the interview you can ask any questions. You don't have to wait until the end, but I'll make sure to leave a little bit in case there's anything that you might want to think about later.
Sure, of course.
So essentially Freddy's has got quite a pretty flat structure. We used to be a startup, but it's still got that startup vibe. So there's myself, who's the software delivery manager, and essentially I report to our CEO and our interim CTO. So that's someone that works with us 2 days a week. And the plan is for us to actually hire someone that's full-time. Yeah. But it's still better than having no CTO at the moment. And then any developer on my team or anyone that's the head of department reports to me with tech requirements. And that way it just helps with the triage and the flow of work so that the dev team aren't disturbed in their day-to-day by any stakeholders and queries.
Okay.
And then I'll just give you a little bit of a breakdown about the team.
Sure.
And so within the software development department, there's a junior product owner that started last week. So he's been here for about 8 days. Okay. Then there's a lead designer who's been in his role for quite a long time. So they specialize very good. And then we've got 4 developers. One of them started last week as well. So we had 2 new starters last Monday. And one of the developers is specialized in back end. And then, of course, we're hiring someone specialized in front end, but still open to dabbling in a bit of back end work or tickets where necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And then another hire will be a full-time product owner. So then we'll have to take off some of the workload from my role at the moment. Because in my day-to-day, I do a lot of the Scrum Master role, I do a lot of the product owner role, then I also do all the direct report responsibilities, such as managing the team, managing the stakeholders, and then just making sure that the team are able to grow and progress and providing them with the environment they need to succeed, and also like teaching the stakeholders the ways of agile development and management as well, which is something that's quite new to the company and didn't exist until I started. So that's specifically why I was brought in back in September.
Okay.
But that is enough about myself and the team. So I'd like to find out a bit more about you, and it's just going to be really relaxed. I'm just going to ask you a few questions about your role, what you're looking for, and then, like I mentioned before, there'll be questions at the end.
Yeah.
So if you want to start, do you want to give me a little bit of a run through about your work history? No particular order, you can just do it how you want.
Okay, I'm going from, I can start from right now. I'm working in a company which is a removal company called Anyvan. I'm responsible, actually I'm working as a front-end developer, so I'm responsible to implement the design and UX design given by designers. I implement them, and then later I integrate them with the APIs given by back-end developers. We are working with the tech stack with Laravel and Vue, and there's a framework on top of Vue called Nox.js we're using. Everyone is, we are a team of 12 developers. 4 of us are front-end developers, and rest of them, which is 8 developers, are back-end developers. So we are rebuilding the website from scratch. We have dashboards with admin and drivers and customers. Previous company, I was working in a company called TalkTalk telecommunication service, responsible again for building features given by PO as Angular developer, and we trying to migrate from Angular to React basically. We were a team of 12 developers, 12 members in a team, but 8 of us were kind of developers. The rest of them were kind of UX and UI and PO and Scrum Master and UX UI. So I was there for about, I think, less than 2 years. And before that, I was in a small company, kind of like limited company called Kensington Web Services in Kensington Church Street. Team of only 5 developers. We were using Kanban, but it was kind of like developers, but small agency to build website for small businesses like solicitors, restaurants, gym websites that are built. So I worked with mostly with I started with PHP as a programming language, then I went from PHP to Laravel framework, and then started front end with jQuery and Vue.js, and I have a little bit of experience with React and Angular. Then I switched to Ruby on Rails, and I went back to PHP again. So it depends on the depends on the company what they really want. But Ruby,
that's really good. It shows you're flexible though.
Yeah, I wanted to stick with the Ruby and Ruby community, but then this framework called Laravel came, which was really amazing, and I'm still using it. And then PHP 7 came, and it just changed everything. So yeah, I have worked with PHP and JavaScript mainly, and full stack, a little bit full stack with TalkTalk, and then I was full stack completely with Kensington Web Services. Now I'm only front end mainly with the current company. Yep.
So I guess linking from that, what do you enjoy about being a front end developer? It seems like you don't have a preference and you're able to do what's necessary and switch your hats around. So currently, what's your favorite thing about being a front end dev?
I really I started working as a front end developer because I think I was the one in TalkTalk because I've been managed to resolve these CSS kind of issues, whereas a lot of people wouldn't be able to, they knew how CSS and JavaScript works, but they wouldn't be able to adapt to the making components and style it. So I really liked styling it, and then how to work with building the design and implement the design however the UX and UI team wanted. And then I enjoyed accomplishing the design, and then the rest of them were kind of working with APIs. So I really like working as a front-end developer because I can design and implement anything I want with the front end and CSS and JavaScript basically.
That's really promising because we, as I mentioned before, have our lead designer, and they're very keen to make sure that whoever we on board is someone that's very open to working with designers.
Yeah, I think,
as I'm sure you know.
Yeah, I think I remember we had like a UX and UI team in TalkTalk, and rest of it, I think 2 developers, including me, were kind of able to deliver the pixel perfect design that UX and UI wanted, because the rest of the developers kind of like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to stick with
they just want to suck it off, don't they?
yeah, exactly.
See, so that's music to my ears, because our designer Craig has had to deal with some developers like that, and it just makes the process a lot more stressful. And at the end of the day, if you're able to look at the design and create it and fulfill the dream, then everything's just going to be a whole lot smoother. So that's really good. Thank you for that.
No worries.
I saw that you mentioned fitness and video games on your CV, so I'd like you to tell me a bit more about yourself. We're not always just going to focus on tech. Tell me about yourself and your hobbies.
I started fitness because I was really skinny 12 years ago, and I started fitness, and then I went to biology and how human body works, and so I wanted to become bigger. And then I stuck with the fitness because it gives me a lot of happy hormones, and it motivates me, gives me confidence. Then in situations like this with coronavirus, I sometimes play video games, but I just gave the PlayStation to my brother.
Oh no! Why would you do that?
because it's really, it makes me addictive, especially with these games. Like I played like Division, which was really good game. But I go sometimes to my brother's place and play on the weekends, because if the console is in my house, then I will still play it non-stop.
There's no work getting done.
Yeah. So I gave up that time to learn more about programming and stuff on Udemy and Linda.
Boo! Where's the fun? No, I'm joking. I was going to say, what are you doing to keep yourself sane in lockdown then? But it sounds like you're doing a lot of extra learning.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Learning at the moment, I'm learning Python, and there's a framework called Next.js for React that I'm currently learning. Which is quite nice. I like it. I haven't built any project yet. I'm just currently learning.
I noticed that you have a lot of personal projects on your CV, which is so cool. If you're able to pick one and say it's your favorite, could you tell me why it's your favorite project? If you could pick one.
My personal favorite one is the one with the Persian language one. That
was the Persian language video library platform. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, Parsclick is the one. The name of it is Parsclick.
So I also saw on your CV that you're a Udemy instructor. So what inspired you to do this, and what's the main focus of your content? Yes, you can tell I read your CV.
Yeah. Udemy instruction, it came up when I couldn't really earn money from YouTube that I had in videos I had on YouTube, because my subscriptions were kind of low, and so I have kind of old content in there. I stopped producing products and videos there, but I have like PHP and MySQL and Ruby on Rails and Node.js tutorials there. The ability to learn and teach other people, it gives me good feeling.
It shows that you're very good at communicating then, which is highly valuable, of course, in software development and engineering, because you have your code reviews and your feedback sessions. What would you say your favorite thing about your current role is? So not necessarily front end, but just the company in general. What's your favorite thing about your day-to-day? You can talk about pre-lockdown because it's a bit difficult now.
Yeah, the reason I'm leaving for now, it's not having a good team, and then the situation makes everybody redundant and kind of going on furlough. But my favorite thing is kind of tech stack and ability to learn from other people. We have good developers working remotely from Hungary, and they're really good developers. I learn a lot from them, and I think good communication with the team and going on meetings and open up the discussions and break down the problems. This is my favorite thing.
But to flip that question over, what would you say you dislike the most about your current role / company? It's always good to know both.
Yeah, maybe the tests that we write is not proper tests. That's what I don't like about the current one.
Okay.
Because we have like a back-end test and front-end test as well, but we tend to try to skip a lot of tests when it comes to front-end, because CEO wants the project to go really fast.
Yes, I know that story.
Yeah, but we skip a lot of unit tests. I don't really, I don't write a lot of tests for everything, like for HTML. Even previous company wanted to write a lot of tests for check to see if the button is there, check to see if the input is there, things like that. But then that was too much. But this one is not really. We're not doing a lot of tests. And then the other thing is we don't estimate the task. That's what I don't like.
No, that is impossible.
Yeah,
you've done so well if you've doing work with no estimates. Well done.
Yeah, we don't estimate the task in the current company, but then the PO doesn't have a clue how long it's gonna take. Then I say to the team that what's the advantage of agile? The advantage is we estimate the task, and if you don't estimate, what's the point? And they basically don't really want to listen. That's the other thing.
It's very difficult. I can empathize with that. It's very difficult to come in and say, yo, what you've been doing before, trash. Like, just throw it in the bin and do it this way. But it is better, and we can both agree that agile rules. So you'll be more than welcome at Freddy's if you're an agile advocate, because I live and breathe agile as much as I can. So you'll be all right.
That's good. I think agile is the best. We use a Scrum. We have like the two-week sprint, and then the Talk wanted to migrate from Scrum to Kanban, but they couldn't because there are some subtle differences between Kanban and Scrum. But I like both of them. I think both of them work perfectly.
Yeah, I agree. So just anything you want to ask at the moment?
Sure. I had like 2 questions. I tried to make it one. I wanted to know about the company's location and what's the team size.
So the company is located in it feels like it's been so long since I've been to work. So I'm trying to figure out what the train station is, which is terrible. And the team size, so as I mentioned, there are 4 developers at the moment, 3 full stack, 1 recently employed, specializing in back end, but obviously agile, cross-functional team. If there's other things to do, we encourage you to pick them up as well. And then this role, hiring for the specializing front end. And then we've got a junior product owner who's working with us part-time, and the plan for him is to just move into the development team full-time. But he's moved over from a different department within the company called events. So he used to be the head of our face-to-face sales, and he's really interested in tech. So this is the opportunity for him to get into the team.
Okay, great.
We've got our lead designer, which I mentioned before, and you've got experience working with designers, so I don't need to explain what he does. And then there's me. and then that's it.
Thank you.
For now.
Thank you very much for your time.
Did you have any more questions for me?
No, I think that's all. Thank you. I don't want to keep you long. I know he's after work as well.
Oh, no worries. So let me just briefly tell you the next steps, and then you can know about deadlines and feedback.
Sure.
So after this call, I'll write up some feedback and send it to recruiter, and they should get back to you by the end of the week. And the next plan would be a technical test and or samples of your code. So your recruiter would just ask you for some sample code to represent you and your work.
Sure.
And then we'd be able to have a look at that with the team. And the final interview would just be a Zoom call with some of the people on the development team to talk about your code, whether it's the test or the sample codes. And the second section of that interview would be more about the management and leadership, so myself and probably the CTO. So very quick process.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Nice one. Well, thank you for taking the time out to speak to me today. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you have a lovely evening.
Me too. Thank you very much. Speak soon.
Take care.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
خب همونجا که دیدید که این کمپانی صحبت کردیم. هر کمپانی یه جور مشکل داره. مشکل اینا این بودش که اینا CTO ندارن، ولی خب دنبال همه کمپانی دنبال آدمی میگرده که رهبر باشه، نه که بیاد داخل کمپانی فقط چیز بکنه، کلابوریت بکنه. خب ما بریم دنبال خرید. امیدوارم که از این مصاحبه خوشتون اومده باشه. اگه زیرنویس کردم که امیدوارم که لذتشو برده باشید، اگر نکردم که معذرت میخوام ازتون. سعی میکنم که بهترش بکنم، ولی خب یوتیوب یه زیرنویسی داره اون پایین توی ستینگ. اگه برید من بهتون گفتم که با ستینگش یه ذره انگولک بکنید، متوجه میشید که چیز داره برای پرژن لنگویج به قول معروف زیرنویس داره که بتونید ببینید. زیرنویسش بد نیست ولی متوجه میشید که من چی گفتم. تا بعد.